You created a beautiful spreadsheet to share with cross-functional stakeholders, but someone keeps messing with the filters. What do? Google Sheets productivity tip number 1, create your own filtered view when collaborating with others. In this totally real example, we have 3 different product areas: AirTag, iPhone, and iMac. And let's say I wanted the iPhone data only. Instead of highlighting this entire table and clicking the filter button and messing up the view for everyone else, what I can do is click the down arrow here instead, create new filtered view, give this a name, iPhone, filter out the iPhone rows only, and now only I will be looking at this filtered view, and my colleagues will not be affected. Pro tip, if you're working with a spreadsheet, what you can or even should do is if you were to share this tricks with someone else, you want to create the filtered view first and send them the URL with the filtered view enabled. So when the other party opens the link, they're brought to the filtered view immediately, saving them a couple extra steps. Did you know you could filter by color as well? So let's say I need people to input yes or no in the confirmed blue columns here. What I can do is first, let's say I highlight this column, go to Format, Conditional Formatting, and if the cell is empty, make it red, right? So if I, let's say, input Y here, the cell goes back to the default white color. Now, if I were to go to my filtered view of all product areas, what I can do is filter by color, filter color red. Now I can see at a glance which cells still need to be confirmed. Oh, and by the way, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jeff, and we're all about practical career and productivity tips. So if you're a current student or working professional, consider subscribing for more actionable content. Whether you use Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets, I personally think that being good with spreadsheets help exude a level of professionalism and competency. Using the example from earlier, if you were to send out tricks to a senior stakeholder for review, would they prefer to receive the unfiltered view where they dig through a bunch of data, or the filtered view that saves them a bunch of time? Probably the latter. So in this video, not only will I share 10 tips on how to use Google Sheets productively, but I'll also go through relatively realistic use cases so you can apply them immediately. Let's get started. If you need someone else to input data in your tricks, instead of telling them exactly which tab and which cell, what you can do is actually just highlight the column or row that you need their input for, right click, and click on Get Link to this range and send that URL over. Once they open your link, they'll actually be brought to the highlighted row or column directly. The next productivity hack for Google Sheets is a control freak's best friend, and that is to lock a certain range within a tab so others can't make changes by mistake. Let's say 3 different teams need to come in and provide their input here, and I'm worried that they would actually edit these gray columns by mistake. What I can do is with the gray columns highlighted, go to Data, Protected Sheets and Ranges. At the Range tab, set permissions, and uncheck the email or email aliases of the other members and click Done. Now, only I will be able to edit the cells on the left-hand side here, and the other teams will only be able to change the values of the cells on the right-hand side here. Now, what happens if you come across this video too late and someone already changed a cell they weren't supposed to, and you want to find that person and punish them? Google Sheets tip and trick number 4, catch people using the Show Edit History feature. So let's say someone changed the price of the iPhone to something unbelievably low, like $2,000 for an iPhone? Get out of here. What you can do is right click on the cell and click Show Edit History, and this shows every single edit that has been made since the beginning. Pretty sneaky, huh? Now, some of you might remember from my Google Docs video that if you want to see all the edits made to this entire file, you can go to File, Version History, and see Current History. If you're finding these tips helpful so far, please smash that like button, or if you're just a pain in the butt perfectionist like me, please comment down below so I know I'm not the only one. All right, moving away from all the Apple product jokes. Productivity tip number 5. Create an org chart directly in Google Sheets. People make the mistake of going to PowerPoint or Google Slides directly when they need to make an org chart, or any type of hierarchical graph for the matter. But you can actually save a lot of time if you have the 2 report to manager columns inputted in a tab here. Make sure these 2 are selected, go to Insert Chart, Under chart type, select the org chart selection and click use rows to as header. Now I can customize a little bit by changing the colors. Let's say I want this to be dark purple and this to be light purple. All right. And what's more, pro tip, you can actually copy this chart now onto Google Slides. Make sure it's linked to the spreadsheet, paste it. And now when a reorg happens down the line, let's say the manager changes to Elon Musk, you can actually go back to the slides here, click update, and the org chart automatically updates. Tip number 6 for working professionals is to turn off useless notifications from Google Sheets. If you're the owner of the spreadsheet, you're notified via email whenever someone comments on the sheet, even if you're not mentioned in the comment. So to get rid of this, you can actually just go to the notification history button up here, click notifications, and select only yours to be notified whenever someone like @ or mentions you in a comment, or you can just change it to none if you're handing over the responsibilities of the spreadsheet to someone else entirely. Google Sheets tip number 7 includes the most productive formatting tips in my humble opinion. First, for long lists such as this, you want to actually alternate colors to make the table easier to read and reference. Instead of doing this manually, I can go to Format, Alternating Colors, and since I already have the header, I unselect header option here and pick a color that I like. There we go. Much prettier. Second, what I like to do is to group and color code different tabs by their functions. As you can see down here, the important information senior stakeholders need to review are in red, and the working tabs are in gray. I can easily change a color by right-clicking on the tab and changing the color. And being the nerdy organizer that I am, I also have blank header tabs like these two that shows the groupings of the other tabs. Professionalism. Last but not least, if you need someone to input yes or no, you can use the data validation feature to have a pre-populated dropdown, yes, no, save, for them to select, right? But you can be fancier and actually just go straight to insert, checkbox, and this just looks nicer, right? And what's more, this even works with the filter. You can actually just select true for checked boxes, and this automatically filters out all the yes rows. Tip number 8 for increasing your productivity with Google Sheets is to copy an entire tab over to another spreadsheet. If you've tried copying a tab over to another spreadsheet by pressing Command A and Command C and pasting it over, you'll find that the formatting isn't perfect and you still have to make some changes. The easier way to steal this data, to make a copy for future reference, is to right-click the original tab, select copy to existing spreadsheet, and actually copy the URL of the spreadsheet you want to copy to and paste it right over here and press select. After it's done, you can go back to the spreadsheet you want to copy to, and you'll find that the data has been copied over with the exact same formatting. Tip number 9 is especially useful if you're using Google Sheets to organize an event where people sign up themselves, and that is to remove duplicates with one click. In this RSVP tab, you'll see that Dave2D and MKBHD are so excited for this Apple event that they signed up twice. Instead of trying to use some complex deduplication formula, what I can do is highlight this entire table, go to Data, and remove duplicates. This data has a header row because it does. And since I want to analyze the names in column B, I just want column B selected and click Remove Duplicates. Now, instead of 13 RSVPs, we have 11 unique signups. And tip number 10 is a bit niche, but I've been using it a lot since I work with suppliers and partners located all over the world. And that is to use the Google Finance function for currency exchange calculations. If you wanted to quickly see how much these products will cost in Hong Kong dollars, what we can do is equals this multiplied by Google Finance, open bracket, quotation marks, currency, USD on the left-hand side, HKD on the right-hand side, close quotation, close bracket, and press enter. and I can easily just drag down Command D, and boom. This is just a quick and easy way for me to see how much I'll be spending in local currency and how much that will cost in US dollars. I know that might have been a lot to take in, but practice makes perfect. So have fun using these tips and let me know down in the comments which one was your favorite, or if there was a cool one I missed. And in the meantime, have a great one.